Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming to you with my September favorites, and I'm wearing my reading glasses because the first product I want to talk about is a skincare product, and I wanted to make sure I could read what's on the packaging because this is something that I am just so in love with and had to rave about it. This is from Beret. I've talked about it before. This is the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum, and this is the second bottle I've purchased of this. Comes with a pump applicator, and you do need to shake up the product. It's kind of a bi-phase product that you need to combine when you use it. And I'll show you a new one since I do have a backup of this. But this contains all kinds of great stuff, and I have been using it as my only skincare product this summer because I really don't need any extra hydration. Where I live, it is just very humid. My skin has not been dry at all, and I have been finding this gives me all the hydration I need plus all the great skincare benefits. So here is what the packaging looks like for the new bottle, and hopefully I haven't shaken this up so you can actually see what it looks like when you take it out. Yeah, you can kind of see that it's broken up there on the top, so you just shake it up before using, and that's what it looks like. You can use 1, 2, or 3 pumps. They say 1 to 2 for more kind of oily skin, and 2 to 3 maybe for more dry skin. I typically only use 1 or 1 during the day, and then I'll use 2 at night when I go to bed. I have just been so obsessed with it. It has been like the best skincare product I've ever used, and I've used a lot. I've spent a lot of money, and this is actually really affordable for the amount of product that you get, which if I can find that on here, it is 1.7 ounces, or fluid ounces, so that's great. And a little bit about the ingredients. It features 2% niacinamide for brightening, 4 types of hyaluronic acid for deep hydration, caffeine-rich cacao seed extract for plumping, Japanese gold thread root for soothing and antioxidant protection, and it's pH balanced for a healthier skincare barrier. So other than my SPF, this is the only skincare product I've been using, and like I said, I have just been so obsessed with it. I can't wait for Sephora to have their upcoming fall, whatever it's called, beauty event, because I am just definitely going to be purchasing more of this during that event. And I should keep my glasses on because I have more Merit products to rave about. Hold on. So I discovered Merit probably about a year or 2 ago. I'm not even sure exactly, but we had just moved to Florida, so probably 2 years ago, and I have become obsessed. I am a huge junkie. Every time they come out with something new, I feel like I need to have it. And why that is actually is because Merit actually is a very minimalist brand. They don't feature too many different products, but the ones that they have are ones that are really great, ones that are clean, ones that are effective, and ones that are at a pretty, I would say, moderate price point for anyone who has been in the luxury kind of beauty market for a long time. This is actually a steal compared to some of the products that I have been using from kind of similar or competitive brands, we'll say. But this is the bag that you get with your first order. I think you have to order a certain amount. It's like $45, $35, something like that. And then you get a free bag with purchase. And this is so cute. You just tie it on top, and it houses all of your makeup products. And to like show you, they don't really have that many products in the line. I'll show you what I have. And I do have a few different colors in some of these things. I've got a few stashed away that I haven't been using recently. This is their bronze balm in the color Seine, which is my sort of perfect bronzer color. And I love this because it is just, it glides on really easy. It's really easy to blend. I usually apply this with either their #1 brush, which I'll show you, or with a damp beauty blender, and it's absolutely fantastic. I was up until recently using that in the crease of my eyes as an eyeshadow, and I'll show you what I've been using instead. This is the Minimalist stick in the color Sand, which for right now, that is my shade. I do kind of go up and down depending on my skin tone throughout the year, but this is just a one and done kind of concealer and foundation in one, and really love that for just spot coverage. I've got their, I can't remember the exact name of this, but this is the highlighter stick in Bounce, which is absolutely gorgeous. This looks like this on my skin. It just gives you that little bit of a highlight without anything glittery. It's just a really lovely glow product that I have really been enjoying. Then I've got the #1 brush. This is what I use to put on my foundation on days when I want a little more high coverage, but if I am just spot concealing, sometimes I'll just like literally put it on with my fingers or a damp beauty blender, and it works either way really great. This, I've heard so many people rave about. It's a really, really thick, kind of densely packed brush that makes everything you use with this brush go on like seamlessly and perfectly, and I absolutely love that. These are their Flush Balms, and this is in the color Raspberry Beret, which is one of my favorite colors. I've got several colors of these, and they are just so easy to apply. You can just kind of swipe them on your cheeks and apply with your fingers, or you can put them on with the brush or a beauty blender. Either way or any way seems to work. I have been raving about these a lot. These are their shade slicks. I'm not sure all the colors of these, and I still can't read even with my glasses, but I'll try to leave the color names below of these shades. This is like a deep brown tone that I love in the fall, and I'm actually going to put a little on now because I'm realizing I don't really have much color on anymore. These are just a really nice lip oil that's really hydrating, really perfect for the person who doesn't really like to wear lipstick but wants something to keep their lips hydrated. These are amazing, and they do have good color payoff, and they do last for quite a while. But I would say if you're someone who really likes a more obviously a matte lip or anything like high intense color, this might not be the way to go. But I really love these just on a day-to-day basis, working from home, being on camera, and just wanting to look polished and put together without a heavy kind of makeup face. So love those. Sangria is my favorite color that I wear all the time. This is a beautiful red tone that I think I called this Merlot in another video recently, but this is Sangria, and I absolutely love Sangria. That was, I think, the first one I purchased. And then this one, I think this is called Taupe. This is a really beautiful kind of neutral brownie pink tone that is kind of my perfect neutral tone that I wear quite a bit. Merit just recently launched these. These are the Solo Shadows, and I have two different shades here. I have Mid-Century and Brun. I'm going to probably end up picking up like almost all of the shades because I'm so obsessed with these. But these are a powder product. They come in these little pots. This is Mid-Century, which is a mid-tone brown that I currently have just on the crease of my eyes. And it is like a cream to powder product that goes on. I'll just try to show you a quick swatch with my finger on the back of my hand. Goes on so easily, and yet it doesn't swipe off very easily. Once it kind of sets, you really don't have to worry about it going anywhere, which is great because a lot of powders I find as shadows can wear off throughout the day, and a lot of cream products are hard to work with. This is like the best formula eyeshadow I have ever found, and I love that the little pot has like a click closure, so you can't hear it, but when I turn it, you can kind of feel it when it clicks back in place, so you know it's not going to open up in your bag. Love that. I'm holding in my hand, this is the #1 brush that they released, and mine's dirty. My apologies, I didn't clean it before I did this video, but this is what I've been using on the crease of my eyes or just on the lids of my eyes. And then it's got this little pointed side that I have been using with the next color I'm going to show you as a liner. And I've been using it kind of just around my lash line and under my lash line as a liner. And I am one of those people who does not like a really heavy duty eyeliner. If I am going to wear liner, I typically will only wear it like really close to my lashes, or sometimes I've done it in the waterline. But I just kind of feel like I'm not a heavy eye makeup person. I never have been, and I feel like that is all I really need. And I will tell you, this formula is amazing for that. This is the color Brun, which is a beautiful kind of mid-tone brown, or actually a deeper brown, I would say. And it just applies. You do have to apply it pretty quickly if you want it to not kind of turn into a powder as you're applying it, so that you get that deep, true color of this. But I just am so obsessed with these, and I can't believe I'm saying I'm obsessed with an eyeshadow, because I'm not someone who has a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I'm not a big eyeshadow person. But again, I find that Merit's approach to makeup is so minimal, so few products, and it's like everything you need and nothing you don't. And that is kind of why I love them so much. And then I just have another Flush Balm in here. This is in the shade Mood. This is one that I wear all the time. I'm actually wearing it today. It's just like a deep burgundy shade. And again, another product that I absolutely love. So yeah, that is my rave for Merit. Been loving their products and will continue to purchase just about anything they come out with new, because I just have to try it. I just am obsessed with this brand. And if I didn't say it before, if I could narrow my collection, my makeup collection, down to only one brand, I think I would choose Merit. So yeah, I've become a true fan of this product line, and it's definitely a brand that I tell all my friends about and am obsessed with. Okay, so switching into a fragrance, and this was my kind of birthday present to myself this month that I actually purchased probably over a month ago now, when I found a great deal after searching all year for this fragrance, could not get my hands on it, and this is Babycat from YSL. So Babycat is kind of a beautiful deep vanilla with some incense, and I know for a lot of people they do not love the incense in this fragrance. I cannot get enough of it. It is a little bit smoky, a little bit almost like dry. It's not, I wouldn't call this creamy, I would call this dry. It's a very smooth, not sweet, deep vanilla, but it's definitely more of a dry fragrance, kind of like when fragrances have tobacco, kind of that kind of thing. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I just started wearing it this month around the house because it's way too warm to be wearing this outside, but it's just divine. And I probably would actually wear this out in the evening. I haven't tried that yet, but I could definitely see this now that the weather's changing a little bit and it's going down like into the 70s in the evenings. Could definitely see myself starting to wear this coming into October for sure. And I am just obsessed with this fragrance. So yeah, this is my favorite fragrance of the month, my birthday fragrance, Babycat, and it is very sort of a special fragrance in my collection. And the other item that I purchased as kind of a birthday present to myself, I've done a little bit of shopping this month just because there's been a lot of sales going on, and it's my birthday month. September is always the time I shop. So even though it's a low buy year for me, I'm still doing really well overall in terms of my spending. But I did allow myself to kind of spend more than usual this past month. And so I picked up this cardigan. This is from J.Crew, the factory store, and still has its tags on because it literally just arrived before I filmed this video. But this has sort of like, it's a cardigan sweater, but it has kind of like that kind of lady coat feel to it, or lady jacket, and I love it. I'm loving all the lady jackets. I'm loving all the little nods to Chanel that I am seeing kind of everywhere, and J.Crew are doing a ton of these. I know in the J.Crew, not the outlet store, the J.Crew store, which I do not have one close to me, but there is another one that I've seen online that I'm kind of waiting to see if it goes on sale, that is like a black and white stripe. But I am just so obsessed with this whole look, and it's something that I know I can wear around the house when I am working from home, because that's the only time I really get to wear sweaters. And I know I will look polished and put together, and yet this one is so super comfortable. It's a really nice quality, heavy-duty knit material, and I am just obsessed with it. So yeah, that is my little J.Crew lady jacket. And the last favorite I have for this month are some handbags that I have been obsessed with. And it's really more of a brand than a particular bag, but I'll show you the bag that I've been using quite a bit this month. And this is from Coach. This is Vintage Coach. And I have quite a few Vintage Coach handbags in my collection from the time when I was kind of restoring Vintage Coach bags and reselling them. I kept quite a few for myself because I just am obsessed with Coach, or Vintage Coach, I should say, and these sort of all leather handbags that they used to do so beautifully back in the day. So this is the Vintage Coach Rambler bag that you're not going to be able to see, but I tend to use this most as a crossbody. It does have an adjustable strap, so you can wear it just as a long shoulder bag if you prefer. And it is just such a perfect bag, so beautiful. And this one is well over 30 years old at this point and just in such beautiful condition. It is just amazing. It's one, I don't know if you can see the inside there, but it's one that I spent a lot of time cleaning up and restoring it back. Restoring the shape was the first thing I did, and now it's starting to flatten again because I haven't been using it as much. But certainly what's great about these bags is you can literally just wash them in a mild soap and water in your sink, and then let them air dry, stuffed with some towels, and they come out sort of shaped, cleaned up. You can put some Coach leather polish on them, and then I've also, or leather conditioner I think it's called, and then I also have been using Brasso on the brass hardware to restore that. And they aren't like new, but you know, you can tell they're vintage, but I think that is just, it makes it even cooler than the new ones. So I'm so happy to be using this again. So I'm so happy to have been reusing that bag as well as the next one I'm going to show you. This is the Coach Dinky bag, and this is also a vintage version that I cleaned up. It's got some deep scratches on it that I wasn't able to get out with the conditioning, but I really don't mind because it's not intended to look new. Like I said, there's something kind of cool about vintage Coach, and I just love this. I keep it stuffed with a little air paper, and I was able to get this in such amazing condition compared to when I purchased it. And I'm now seeing all of these bags on the pre-loved market for so much more because Coach has, since the time that I purchased these anyway, Coach has kind of relaunched a lot of their vintage bags, and the newer ones, I've gone to see them in person, and they just don't have the same feel. There was a time when Coach leather was just like so amazing, and the fact that the bags were entirely leather and that you can, you know, have them for a lifetime if you take care of them, just made them like priceless. So I am just in love with the ones that I've kept, and this red one, since red is, I know, a big color coming up for the season, I am just really happy to be using this one. And this one does not have an adjustable strap, but I think some of the newer models did, but this is a really old one. So happy to have this gorgeous tone of red. I don't know if I've said it before, but I feel like Coach did reds like no other. The Coach red is like my favorite color red on a handbag. And when I did have my vintage Chanel bag that I'm so sad that I sold, I did have one that was sort of like this color red, and it was a classic flap, and I don't know, I just got hit with the bug to sell it because I wasn't using it that much, because I don't use my red bags that much, and it felt like such a waste because it's such a bag that I knew I could get not only my money back, but actually make a profit on during that time. So I ended up selling it, and I now wish I had it back and I'm not going to pay what they're selling for now on the resale market. So for now, this one is going to have to do as my little red bag, and I love it. So those are all of my favorites for the month of September. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about, please leave it in the comments below. And otherwise, I will see you all soon in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.